stay out
Love
in
it.
front of we are live.
Oh,
Hi,
awesome.
Ashleigh.
Hi, how's it going?
So good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, we should be talking right now about Ashleigh Warren. So she's just kind of like this big queen in the area of marketing. I'm so glad we met. I feel like,
Me too.
paths cross when they should cross, the
Right.
meaning of a certain time or whatever it is that they cross. And literally, Ashleigh reached out to Lead Up for Women, and I was like, this chick is a badass. I need to follow her. I want to
You're
be
so
her
sweet.
friend.
We're
And so I
friends.
did. I was like, please, I want to be your friend. But I feel like Ashleigh, you're in LA, so let's
Yeah.
just talk about what's happening there, because we have people that are watching this from all over, the world. So
Yeah.
what's happening in LA, and how is it different than like what I was just talking about in Arizona, where I can still go out?
Yeah. Obviously I'm in a bigger state, so we're on lockdown. It's real. You can't go anywhere really. You can go get your essentials, so grocery stores. We're still, spoiled. We can still go get our coffee, but everything's to go, takeaway.
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact, a lot of bars are actually doing to go drinks. So if you still want to go get a drink, you can go get a drink to go. I don't know how that's legal, but you can.
I don't know how that's legal either, but I saw that too.
Yeah, I was
crazy.
like, yeah, I want a margarita. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a margarita. So, like, it's not the end of the world, but it is definitely a difficult time, for a lot of businesses. I have a lot of friends that, are in the fitness industry and the service industry that are just out of work. And it's really sad because out of nowhere, just no work. They had consistent income, and then everything changed overnight. And, it's a difficult time, but I think it's a time of awakening, in a sense of you have to be ready for anything. And so I like it. And like your husband walking in. Hence the sirens. Yeah. So, that I think it's going to change how business is done after this is all fixed. And in every aspect. So I'm excited for that part, because I think a lot of things needed to change. And, forced change is oftentimes the best change. And, I think it's going to benefit people in the long run, and realize, you need to have multiple sources of touch and of income, and do not depend on one vertical or one space or place, or no matter how good you are, you always have to adapt and be ready for anything. So I'm definitely keeping that in mind for myself as well.
So how has it changed the marketing world? So for somebody out there who maybe did a little marketing before, or is an entrepreneur, and is now like, how do I grow my business through this? We've talked a lot about this already,
right?
About how to grow your business through this. And now is not the time to shrink back and pause.
No.
Now is the time to take action and build, like you just said, multiple verticals. What are you recommending to your clients now? I'm going to go ahead and let you name drop and just throw a few, even though when you first told me, I'll admit this to everyone, I was like, I don't even know who these
Oh
people
gosh.
are. But I saw one the other day.
You did?
On social media, and I was like, oh, I know who that is, because he works with Ashleigh. So, let's at least kind of help everybody understand the multitude of the clients that you work with, like that whole magnitude, so that we can really set the stage for why people should be listening to what you have to say.
Totally. Yeah. So, I've been very, very blessed to work with some bigger names: David Dobrik, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, Dan Bilzerian, Tana, different influencers, basically helping them sell their own products, their merchandise, and things like that. So honestly, none of my clients have been hurting in this time, which I'm so grateful for. But I think that goes to show you that having quality content and engaging content that is native to the platform is so important, because our CPMs have dropped. I'm telling everyone, don't stop spending. Actually, this is insane. I think it was last Tuesday, a normal campaign, I saw over 10x return. I spent less than $2,000 and we saw over 10x return. Just stupid. Like it's because all the big boys have, pulled back their spend, which was dumb.
And many more people are on social media now than ever.
Oh yeah. I think
10 times probably.
Yeah, definitely. So not even like there's more people, their screen time has increased. So screen time has increased from 20 to 50% in the last 2 weeks. So people are bored. People like, think about it. You can't go outside. You can't go back to your day-to-day. You can't go to the gym. My screen time, I'm just like, stop looking at it. You can't help. What is there to do? There's only so much, reading and
what I do
Netflix.
all day. I do these Facebook live chats all day. Like, I am so busy. I've not put together one puzzle. I have not like cleaned out one closet. I
haven't done anything like that I thought I was going to do. Yeah, I'm actually busier. And I was kind of annoyed for like 2 days. I'm like, why? Like, I thought I was going to
not getting a pause?
Like, why am I not getting? But I'm so grateful,
blessed,
right? Right. So yeah, I've had the opportunity to work with some big names and help them scale their returns. And I generally see over 5x return on my Facebook campaigns. So I run paid media. For people who don't know what that is, it's all of the Facebook and Instagram ads that you see. I also help on the organic side. I've worked with big influencer giveaways, things like that. So I'm very involved in the whole social space. But yeah, how does that kind of help the day-to-day entrepreneur? Honestly, content. And I know you preach this more than most people that I know. Content is king. You have to invest in high quality, engaging content. And something that you're good at for sure is making sure that everything is always about your customers, So, and that is what you have to do right now. You have to produce content that people want to read. Oftentimes I see too many businesses in the consulting space. They come to me like, oh, we're not getting sales. Our prospecting sucks. I can't get new people into the funnel. I'm like, well, you're trying to marry them without knowing them. You're always like, buy. And people don't like that. Everyone wants to buy, but nobody wants to be sold.
Yeah,
and
people don't go straight to bed, man. You got to court them a little bit.
Like buy them a latte or something, So right now, while we have time, invest in your messaging. That is something that I think everyone can do because you have nothing but time right now. Invest in your messaging and figure out ways like, how can I be an asset to people? The second you stop making your business about your customers is the second you fail. So what can I give people away for free? Now is the time to give away free content because they're going to remember you when they have money,
Yes,
they are. So everyone right now, I've gotten more marketing emails in my life. Like, oh, everything's 30% off. Everything's this, try this, but no one's giving value, So focus on the value. Let's say your market is moms, right? So really get behind the persona of that group. Don't just think, oh, moms, what are their interests? Now's your time to really dive deep into.
Every mom is out there right now. Homeschooling. That would be a really good one to go after.
So it's like, what I do for me is like, I break down my audience into, like, I like to call it a tree. So it's moms. What are they interested in? What kind of pages are they following on Instagram? What kind of blogs are they reading? What time of day do they generally read those blogs? This is all stuff you can find online easily. What do they post on Pinterest? What pins do they save? Find out their deepest interest, find out their deepest pain points. What are they stressed out about right now? Homeschooling, right? How can you speak to that? And then, become an authority figure in your space. That is the easiest way to scale. I think that is how I have scaled. It becomes a word of mouth kind of thing. Like, you want people to know and believe that you know what you're talking about. Yeah. So, that's an easy way. Be an expert. And a free way to do that is to, not even spend money on Facebook ads, which I definitely think you should do. But for sure, think about being like a guest contributor on a blog and tie in what's happening into the world right now. Speak from like, I'm an authority figure. Again, mom market. This is how moms are. These are some key ways that you can help your kids during this time, or whatever, things like that. Pitch different things. They are constantly looking for content, especially now, because everything is about coronavirus. So it's like, people are looking for things. Yes, they want to know about what's happening with the virus, but they want to know how they can still maintain a normal life, right? And so with me, for my clients, I'm like, yes, this is happening in the world, but the facts are the facts. You're still making a lot more money. You actually made more money this month than you did before coronavirus. Why? Pay attention to the why. More people are on their phones. So that tells me, keep focusing on content, keep giving people what they want, be top of mind. And again, the more you're an asset, the more they're going to remember you. Yeah. For me, when I'm trying to get clients, I provide way more value up front, and then kind of let them ask me, well, can you take on a client? You know, like, don't just, don't seem too needy, because again, everyone's selling something. Why are you different? And I think that's always focusing on the difference and always focusing on the why behind what you do. And I think, you know, you've built such an incredible like audience and people that back your brand. And I think they all are, you know, very similar minded in like investing in people. The more you can invest in your potential market, just adding value, they're going to remember you as an authority figure and come back to you.
Yeah.
You know,
now is that we've talked about this on pretty much every Facebook live chat, which is, now is not the time to shrink back. Now is not the time. Now is the time to step up and be seen. And as a leader, if you're called to be a leader in your industry and you are the expert, now's the time to be holding that lamp.
100%.
Because it is dark times for other people, and you need to be able to be seen. And how are you seen? You're talking about all of the channels here of how you can be seen. And yes, it takes work. Nothing is just easy. So you're either going to do the work yourself and save the money, or you're going to go out and hire somebody like Ashleigh or another marketing company that's going to be able to assist you in doing that. But now's not the time. Take advantage that screen time has gone from 20% a day to 50% a day.
Yeah.
Now.
Invest
now. Yeah.
And it's so much so that it's freaked Facebook out. I read something on Wall Street Journal, I think it was like 3 days ago, that because the big boys have pulled out, things are drastically like less expensive. So they're like, but we're not making the money that we were making. Do we decrease like ad presence? Do we do like, so they know, even they know like, oh my gosh, CPMs are down. Yeah. So, you know, if you do have a budget, to just a little budget, just to throw some lead gen out there, offer people some value, send out some, you know, video ads in a sense of like free webinars. Great time to do that right now. People have time. People are looking, how do I survive this? You know, if you're a service-based anything, you know, any kind of inspiration, any kind of service, for sure, offer free webinars. Yeah. Because people are looking, you know, right now, everything is about the fitness industry, and people were smart. They caught on that. Like, how do you grow your presence online if you're a fitness instructor? Because obviously you can't work at your gym. And, I've talked to a couple of fitness instructors about like, hey, learn from this, right? You know, so maybe you don't get on board right now, but like, don't depend on a gym to feed you, you know, like they're going to these classes because of you, not necessarily the gym. You know, I mean, like, I love Orange Theory, but I go to my Orange Theory because of my coaches, not because of Orange Theory. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and everyone's like that. Yeah. So you want to capitalize on those relationships, offer people online classes. That's what Beachbody, they dropped millions like that. And I'm sure their sales like skyrocketed because they were ready, you know? So always be ready for the tides to turn, because they will. But that's one thing we can guarantee, they will. So yeah, one of our members is in Beachbody, and she said she increased 50% in like 4 days. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. So it's huge right now. So you have to pivot, and you have to be ready for anything to happen, and look at your company. Is it scalable? Is it something that, you know, if you're doing something and it's not scalable and you're the one in the cog in the wheel, you're going to have to reinvent and do something different. How can you scale your business quickly, and how can you take advantage of and have money set aside for times like these where you can invest? It's kind of like when the market's down, that's when you want to invest your money in everything. The time when you want to put your money into social media marketing. And I think Ashleigh at social advertising is one of the best opportunities for everybody out there. Thank you. And so what I'm going to have you do is put your information in the comments section. Yeah, definitely. On the video, so people can figure out how to reach out to you, and whatever you don't add in there, I'll supplement with like your website if it's not in there, so everyone can reach out to you. But I also know for some people that maybe don't have the money to invest in very high end marketing company as yourself. I know that you are working through so many other opportunities for solo entrepreneurs to be able to still get the benefits. So Ashleigh's someone you want to follow. So you want to follow her. You want to get her newsletters on her social media, I think on your website. However, just follow Ashleigh on Instagram, follow her on Facebook, because Twitter. Where else are you? I use Instagram more than anything, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I love that you mentioned that. I'm definitely, before this, which I think is so amazing that like, you know, timing is perfect, but I really want to focus on helping people that can't afford the agency fee. There's so many people that I've like turned away, and we talked about this, that just, they weren't the right fit, but they need the help, you know? And basically, you know, I'm developing this program that should be launched in the next 2 weeks, that is helping any kind of entrepreneur scale online, scale through social media. And what you need in order to do that is the targeting, you need the ad copy, you need the creative. And that's what we're just going to give you at like a significant discount, because we're going to show you how to manage it and automate it yourself so that you never have to pay an agency again. Because honestly, I think that model is going to be outdated. Things like this happen where people are like, I can just go figure it out myself, or have someone train a member of my team and have all those resources at hand. You know, you need the mind, you need the strategy. You don't necessarily need to go pay an agency to manage everything all the time, especially when you're starting to scale or starting to regrow. So yeah, I'm super pumped about that for sure.
So maybe I'll just have you back on when you're getting ready to pump, you know, that.
Yeah.
Only because I just know so much of my community needs help in this area. And every time someone in the marketing sector is present, like everybody just jumps at the chance, because I feel like it's one area that, unless that's your lane of genius, it's just something you don't know, and we need to learn it. And it does take a long time to learn it. So if you're able to package that for us to be able to learn quickly on how to do that, then we're able to go that route. So
100%. That's the, you know, the piece that's missing from entrepreneurs is like, you have this great idea, but you don't know how to get eyes, and you understand that it takes money, you know, to make money. To reach them, especially nowadays. So I'm like, you need the best, honestly, Facebook and Instagram, the best way possible as far as reach, you know, and then, you know, we help you with that messaging and content that helps you get that out there. I think that is what you kind of need in times like this, for sure.
Awesome tips today, Ashleigh.
Thanks
so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. And should I say that Ashleigh's on the cover of our next magazine?
Oh gosh.
So I'll be sending that to you later this week for you to proof. And and we should have that printed probably by the first or second week of April, and then all of our members will be getting that. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, she's on our magazine, but she's also on Forbes magazine.
Oh my God, Forbes.com at some point. It has not been released yet because of Corona, so who knows when.
When we get there, magazine. This is
I know. I'm excited. Yeah. So I'm very blessed.
She's the girl that's just freaking awesome. I love her so much.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
Learned something today on all of these massive tips she just shared with you. Now is the time that you need to be spending the dollars online, because when we come out of this, you will be relevant and you will be ahead of the curve, and you will have already had many, many, many more followers and people now reach when they're ready to spend the money. So
definitely. And even now, you know, don't even think of it like, oh, I have to wait to get these clients. Like, people are still spending money. It may not just be spending as much. So they're going to use those coins where it makes the most sense right now, you know? Correct. And let that be you. That's
a great tip. All right, Ashleigh, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We have another call. Thanks for being here.
All right, bye.
Later.
Thanks, guys. Bye.